A lot has happened in the world since I recorded this adventure. At this point, we had more or less decided to go home, and I'm really glad that we did. In my last video, we had 129 cases of COVID-19 and 2 deaths in Ireland. As I record this, 5 weeks later, we have almost 15,000 cases, and sadly, almost 600 people have lost their lives to the virus. COVID-19 will be with us all for some time, it seems, and we will all have to make considerable changes to our lifestyles. For my channel, you might see videos from back at base, or maybe some from within the 2-kilometre range that we are permitted to travel on foot from home. Thanks to all the medical staff and essential workers who are keeping things going, and more importantly, keeping everybody safe. Mind yourselves, everybody. Stay at home and stay safe. Now it's time for the last episode from my trip to Donegal, the mighty Slieve League.
Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog, and you still join me when I'm on my trip to Donegal. It's the end of day 2 now, and we've had some mixed conditions, as you probably would have seen if you're a regular subscriber to the vlog. We had cloudy conditions this morning, rainy in the afternoon, and now we're getting a small bit of light that's hitting the area here that we're looking at. This area here is quite beautiful. It's Slieve League, like I said. It's probably one of the most iconic areas in recent times anyway for the Wild Atlantic Way, and to be fair, they're quite impressive. There's quite a big drop, I suppose, really directly into the ocean, as you can see behind me. We have got a hazy sky as well, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to get nice light, but I'm going to take this photograph anyway first, which is pretty much the stereotypical shot that most people would take when they first arrive here. I've been here around half an hour and I've seen people arrive and they come to exactly where I am and they take this exact shot, and there's a reason why, because it's nice, but I'm going to try and get something different if I can. I spotted that there is a sea stack further up this way, so I'm going to try and have a look at that as well. But for now anyway, I'm going to take this first photograph here. It's going to be challenging as well if we get nice light because I don't have any filters, but if you're a regular subscriber to the channel, you know how I lost my filters when I was at Downpatrick. But I'll probably play around anyway and just passing the filter in front and see where we can go. But yeah, quite an impressive place, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what type of shots I get from here. C stacks. And what I'd like to try and do is to get a composition with those C stacks in it, and then obviously leading out into the expanse of the cliffs. Now, I'm probably going to have to change my lens. So today I've been shooting actually primarily with my 24 to 105, but I'm going to have to put on my 16 to 35 because I want to try and get that extra bit of width at all possible to enable me to get as much as I can within the frame. The light right now is nice as well, so I don't really want to kind of miss that. So I'm going to change out the lens, see how I get on with it, and then we'll see what shot I can get. I have everything set up now, and it's actually quite interesting because with the 16 to 35 I can get the two stacks that are below me into the frame. Now the sun has gone behind what looks like quite a dark bank of clouds, so it is blocking the light that's coming in right now, but that's okay because what I might try and do here is try and get a longer exposure when there's not as much light, because again, as I don't have any filters, and then when the light comes back out I am going to be restricted in regards to the exposure time that I can get. But right above the Slieve League right now, you've got a set of clouds that are catching a nice bit of colour as well. So if we do get colour that hits at sunset, they should light up nicely and it should be a nice shot. Now, again, as always, I don't really want to put bad luck in it by saying we're going to get a nice sunset, because I can see that there is a lot of haze on the horizon. But you never know, it might work, it may not work, but we'll see how we get on anyway. But yeah, I'm going to take this shot here, and once we get the light, then hopefully we get the light, then I'll be able to get my final shot from today.
While I'm waiting on this hopeful light that will come, I want to show you something quite interesting. So if you look at the screen here, you can see that I'm shooting at f8, I've got a tenth of a second, and my histogram is perfectly fine. And the reason my histogram is perfectly fine is that this side over here is not going to be blown out, because that's going to be the brightest part of the image. If I now was to take a shot, you see that it's just under one stop underexposed, and if I was to read this properly and bring it back up to saying that okay, everything is exposed correctly, watch what happens. Top left hand corner, as you can see, is completely blown out. So if I go back into that, you'll see the highlight priority there is flashing, because that's the brightest part in the image. So to enable me to be able to get that shot exposed correctly, I have to underexpose it and just watch the histogram. Watch the red on the top right hand corner. It's not clipping on the right hand side, nor is the blue, and now I'm actually getting a lower exposure time, and the top left hand corner, when it reviews, will not be overexposed. Behind us here, the sun is just actually going to go behind what I thought was a light bank of haze, but it's actually a heavy bank of cloud. So it's going to be the last light, but I am getting a nice bit of light above the cliffs themselves, so that could be a nice photograph. I was hoping to get some nice light hitting the cliffs, but I don't think it's going to happen now, because the sun is just dropping behind that bank of cloud. I am setting up a time lapse here on the G7X, so we'll see that sun going behind those clouds. But what a beautiful spot, really, really impressive. Unfortunately, I didn't get the colour, but you can't always win it. I mean, look, you know, I said I didn't want to put the kibosh on it and put, you know, bad luck and saying, okay, I'm going to get nice light, but I am getting some nice colour right above the cliffs. I'll show you there what I'm seeing. So you can see here that there's a cloud that's above, just catching the light. I'm not quite sure if it's showing up on this camera, but it will show up on the main camera itself. But yeah, sun is going to be gone, not going to get any light. This is going to disappear fast, so I'm going to probably finish up this episode of the vlog, I think, because, you know, look, there's not going to be much, I don't think, happening after this. Maybe there might be a bit of a lingering glow, not quite sure, but it's still beautiful to be here. Great shots, really impressive. Looking forward now to getting to edit these photographs, and again, really happy to have visited another spot, an iconic spot really on the Wild Atlantic Way, Slieve League Cliffs. If you ever do come to Ireland, put it on your list, you won't regret it. It's a really impressive spot. It's quite popular actually, even at the moment, with everything that's going on as well in the world with the coronavirus. There's still quite a lot of people that are here, which is interesting. But yeah, beautiful. Going to get these last shots. Going to sign out. Thanks very much for watching. If it's the first time on the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and until the next time, Sliabh Liag.